Welcome to Gorilla Sports Off Court. I am your host for today, Liv Moods, and this is presented by Trusted American Mortgage. Trusted American salary-based mortgage consultants want to help you get into a better interest rate and lower your monthly payments. So head to trustedamerican.com to see how they can help you save some money today.
Hello and welcome in.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome in, everybody, to another Gorilla Sports Off Court. I am Liv Moods, and we have lots to discuss today. As you know, the Nuggets potentially facing elimination today in Game 6. And I know last time I said whoever wins Game 5 wins the series, but I might have had a change of heart here. You know, when you get a chance to relax a little, get a good night's of rest, kind of stop being so emotionally rattled, if you will, because I was definitely that following Game 5. You kind of become more realistic again. I want to give a quick shout out, actually. First, let me say we are live. Come hang. As per usual, I always let people know that we're here, and let's see if they join us. Okay. I just got a tweet. Got to give a shout out, of course, to at Jack_YB4. He says to me 58 minutes ago, "It's going to hit like crack tonight when I see Liv Moods complaining about the refs on here." Hello, Jack. Actually, his name is Jackson. I don't really think I complain about the refs all that much. I just find SGA's game as of late to be quite annoying. I don't think I'm the only person that feels that way. And I want it to be known, because I was thinking about this on the way here. Let's play a hypothetical game here. If OKC advances past the Denver Nuggets, which I know many of you are going to get in the comment sections and say, not if, it's when. Shut up. If OKC advances past the Denver Nuggets and they face the Timberwolves, who we know will be playing in the Western Conference Finals, I don't really think OKC stands a chance. I really don't. The Timberwolves to me are tough cookies. I actually think the Nuggets have a better shot at competing against the Timberwolves than OKC does. Yes, I said that. Yes, you probably think I'm a homer. Yes, I don't care what you think. Those are all things that are true. I do think, however, truly, my heart of hearts, remove the bias, that the Denver Nuggets will have an easier time competing against the Timberwolves than OKC. Nikola Jokic has struggled this series against OKC. They found a way to slow him down, but the Timberwolves don't. Typically, Nikola Jokic does Nikola Jokic things against the Timberwolves. Now, is it enough? Most of the times not, because the Timberwolves have the Nuggets number, and it's going to require other guys around Nikola Jokic to step up a little more, but they have been forced to in this series, right? They have been forced to step up a little bit more than normal because Jokic has been, slowed down. They found an answer, if you will. And yeah, I'm eating my words because I said at the very beginning of the series, at Game 1, they don't have an answer for Nikola Jokic. They did. They found one. I'll give credit where it's due. Round of applause to OKC's defense that we know has been exceptional all year, as well as their offense. They did find an answer for Nikola Jokic, and when they forced Nikola Jokic to be uncomfortable, it forced the rest of the supporting cast around Nikola Jokic to step up, which is not something that we see happen very often, because Nikola Jokic is that reliable, that consistent, that good, that there's a lot of times that the supporting cast can kind of take a night off a little bit and just do their thing, and Nikola Jokic will handle it. Right. But you do need the supporting cast against a team like the Timberwolves if the Nuggets advance, because we watched Nikola Jokic in the regular season, double OT, a 61-point triple-double, and it still wasn't enough. 61-point triple-double, and the Nuggets lost. Okay. So against the Timberwolves, you are going to need that supporting cast. But because we've seen Jokic slow down in this series, you've seen more from the supporting cast, and it's felt really good to see that. You've seen them win some team basketball games, which has been very refreshing. So I actually think the Denver Nuggets will be more prepared facing the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, if that's what we get, than they were in the regular season when Nikola Jokic was the end-all, be-all. You've had to have guys step up a little bit more. I know the lack of depth is something that terrifies most, if not all, Nuggets fans, and it should. And it sucks. But again, I talk a lot about the controllables versus the uncontrollables. The lack of depth at this point in the season is an uncontrollable. We have zero control over that, unfortunately. There is nothing the Denver Nuggets can do when you've got 3 guys available on your bench to play. 3. That's it. Only Morale says, no co-host today, Liv. Where's BK? BK is out of town. He is not here. No co-host today. And I won't have a co-host tonight either. It'll just be me, myself, and I. So hopefully, Only Morale, you're okay with that for today. But I will have co-hosts. You guys know we've got a lot of talent in this building. And so here and there, I'll have co-hosts sprinkled in. But for today, it is just me. I am riding solo. What is that other comment? Nuggets are getting tired, and I think the Knicks win the whole thing. Now, here's the thing, Sean. First, let me say, I got to give credit where it's due when it comes to the Knicks. I do, you know that, what's that meme that's like, I wasn't familiar with your game? The New York Knicks, what the New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson are doing right now deserves mega praise and many celebrations because wow, I really did not predict the East correctly at all. Now I understand with injuries, it's hard to predict those, and what happened with Jason Tatum is absolutely devastating, but I severely underestimated the Pacers and the Knicks. Severely. What the Knicks are doing right now is exceptional. I think they will come out of the East against the Pacers. That's just my prediction. But again, I've been wrong on the Eastern Conference all season long, so don't take my word for it. I do think the Knicks come out of the East. That being said, take it or leave it. Whoever wins the West is winning it all, and I feel very confident saying that. I know what the Knicks are doing is phenomenal. I get it. The Eastern Conference has been pretty injured. And I just think there is significantly more talent in the Western Conference. I know that's going to sound disrespectful given what we've seen out East, but I really feel like whoever wins the West, it is easy money. They win it all. Now, I was very wrong about the East. I severely underestimated the Pacers. I severely underestimated the Knicks. So please don't take my word for it. I know most of you are like, don't worry, we won't. Shut up. But the West to me is just too good. It's so competitive. There's a lot of playoff experience. I think whoever fights their way out of the West just has all the momentum in their favor. They have proven they've got that dog in them. They're competing at the highest level because the West is no joke. It's just no joke. So I really do think whoever wins the West wins it all. And I feel pretty confident saying that. I think the Boston Celtics were the one team in the Eastern Conference, hence why I tweeted however many weeks ago before the playoffs began and said the Boston Celtics go back to the finals. They take it all the way. Because to me, that is a team that has a championship roster and is prepared for that. Now, obviously, how their series was progressing and being injured, that all is completely irrelevant at this point. But I do feel like the Celtics were the team out East that I felt the most confident being able to compete with the West. I get it. The Knicks are doing really great things, but I just think the level of competition in the Western Conference all season long, these teams have been preparing all season long for a 7-game series because the regular season, the way in which the standings were changing every other day just showed that it was like a constant battle. It was a fight. There's grit to the Western Conference that feels a little different out East because you had 2 teams really in the Eastern Conference that were sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference battling it out, and the rest kind of fell pretty short. And I get it. In the playoffs, it's a very different game. It's kind of a clean slate in most ways, but to me, the West is just built different. Sorry, you can be mad at me for it. The West is built different. Whoever wins the West wins it all. That is how I feel, and I'm saying it with my chest. I've said stuff with my chest before and looked like an absolute clown, so maybe this is the one. Hi, Liv. Good to see you. Greetings from Serbia. Hello, Serbia. Good luck to our boys today. Game is in 4 a.m. your time. No sleeping for me this night. It's to be on not to be. It's to be or not to be. You are a rock star to be up at 4 a.m. watching your favorite team. I have nothing but respect for you for that. I also think you're a little crazy for that, but I love it. Yeah, it's a big one tonight. And I really do think, I'm sure you guys saw the title of this show and you're like, Liv, I thought you said that whoever wins game 5 is winning it all in this series. Yes, I did say that. But I say a lot of things, and I'm allowed to go back on my word if I want, as long as I acknowledge that I was wrong in the first place. I do think if Denver wins tonight, that playoff experience we're going to see, that clutch gene that we know they have, but it's been kind of missing for the last couple of games. That clutch gene we know that they're capable of having will shine the most in game 7. I do feel that way. I do. I really do. Based on what my producer today and our videographer, Jason Jetlife, said to me, there were moments out in OKC where that crowd got pretty quiet and pretty nervous. And I think everybody who's got common sense knows what the Nuggets are capable of at any given moment. With Nikola Jokic out there and his supporting cast, you can never count the Nuggets out. If it goes to game 7, I think that's when you're going to see that playoff experience the most. We finally got a really great game from Nikola Jokic last game, so now he knows what it feels like against this team. We know what he's capable of when he's in a back against the wall, do or die situation. We know what Jamal is capable of in terms of being clutch. I don't know. Something tells me that if the Nuggets can win tonight and make it a 7-game series, the Nuggets can win this series in 7. Truly. I feel very confident in that. What's that? This comment from Only Morale. Liv, how do you expect David Adelman to coach today? What I'm basically asking is, does Westbrook start over MPJ and close over MPJ? And if neither happens, do you blame Adelman for a loss? It's really a difficult thing to blame one person, whether it be a coach or a player, for a loss. And I try not to do that because there's so many factors. And I actually don't really know if there's been ever a time that you can blame Adelman for a loss in the postseason so far. That being said, I don't think Adelman will start Russ over MPJ. Do I think he should? Yes. To me, that is a no-brainer. MPJ right now is not cut out to start or close games. My biggest critique of last game was the fact that MPJ was closing that game. I don't understand it. I don't understand the logic. I don't understand the reason. It does not make sense to me. So, do I think David Adelman should start Russ and close with Russ? Absolutely. Do I think he will? No. I don't. I have seen it too many times now where the loyalty to MPJ is too deep. Hi, Livs. Greetings from Philippines. Hello, Philippines. Me and my wife always watching your show, Nuggets in 7. First of all, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Say hello to your wife for me as well. Nuggets in 7. Listen, I was just saying that, Jerome, that if the Nuggets can win tonight, I think they've got the upper hand a little bit in game 7. I know OKC's going back home, and so home court advantage you have to consider a little bit, but like I've talked about, the longer a series goes, the more that playoff experience is beneficial, in my opinion. And so, I don't know. It's just what my gut's saying. But you know what? My gut has said a lot of things that have been off. Maybe it's just like indigestion. I don't know. But my gut is saying Nuggets win in 6 or win game 6. Nuggets win in 7. That's what it is. Sorry about that. MPJ has been a horrible playoff performer for 2+ years. Yeah, Russell, I want to address this as well because I saw a lot of comments on a video that we posted about me talking about MPJ and kind of the fact that it's unacceptable to score 2 points in a playoff game, especially against OKC. And everyone's like, he's injured. My God, leave him alone. How dare you? He's injured. Okay, like I get that. I understand. But also, aside from the fact that if you're that injured, you shouldn't be playing. There are probably other guys on this team that could give you more than what MPJ is giving you right now. That's the point. I'm not saying that being injured, he needs to be perfect with his injuries. No, but if he's only giving you 2 points and the Nuggets lost that game, imagine what you could get out of somebody else that's healthy taking those minutes away from him. That's my point. That's my first point. But my second point is this. MPJ didn't just start being inconsistent and streaky and unreliable offensively and defensively, actually. This has been happening all season. We also saw in the postseason last year, MPJ struggled just a touch. We saw him struggle in 2023 when they won a championship as well. So at what point do we say, is this going to work anymore? What is the future of MPJ in Denver? if we've seen it time and time and time again. Right now, he's injured, yes. But even when he's not injured, we're still seeing this. He's not entirely reliable in a postseason game. And that's hard because that's when you need your guys the most. That's when you need those starters to pull up and be clutch, especially given how the Western Conference is stacked. So I want to just say, I understand he's injured. It's not that I lack sympathy for that. It's that MPJ struggles. Forget the injury for a second. MPJ's struggles didn't just start when he was injured. He's been inconsistent. He's been streaky. He's been unreliable. This is not new information. So again, when I talk about not making a move ahead of the trade deadline, even then there were a lot of people that said, what kind of trade value do you even get for MPJ? Not a whole lot, given what you're seeing from him and how inconsistent he is. Now more than ever, you are not getting value for MPJ if this team decides to trade him. So that's where, that's where it's a little frustrating because I understand that he is injured. I get it. But this is not a new issue. It's really not. It's not. He has been struggling. Okay. I feel Nuggets in 7 and get revenge against the Wolves. Okay. It is so funny that you say this because my producer, Jet here, we were just talking about that. And he was basically saying the same thing. He's like, this is the perfect scenario for a revenge tour, if you will, right? Because we know the Timberwolves have been the Nuggets' toughest competitor by a long shot. And so this really would be the Nuggets moment, right? This would be the perfect opportunity because I do feel confident whoever comes out of the West wins it all. So I really, really feel confident about that. Sorry, you guys, I can't multitask and I'm just checking in on stuff. And I mean, who better to eliminate in the postseason than the Timberwolves, right? To go to the finals. So yeah, I don't know. It would be a perfect situation. It really, really would. Let's see here. Sean says, will Adelman be full-time coach? I think it really depends on how this series unfolds. Here's the deal. Either way, how this series unfolds or, good or bad for the Denver Nuggets, I do think there is an element of him. He's still going to be a front runner, in my opinion, just because of what he's been able to do with what he's been given. But I do think the Kroenkes mean business. I think when you fire your head coach with 3 regular season games left and your GM, you mean business. That was a statement as much as it was a business decision. That was a statement. They were making a statement. We care about winning. And if this disgruntled mess, this beef between the two can't get resolved, you're gone. Both of you are gone. So I think the Kroenkes value winning. They want more rings. They want more championships here. And so it's really, I think, the postseason run by the Denver Nuggets, it's going to solely depend on David Adelman's job here, I should say, is going to solely depend on how deep this Nuggets team can take it. I think if they get eliminated in this round, the Kroenkes are probably going to look elsewhere. If they go to the Western Conference Finals and get eliminated, I still think David Adelman should be a strong contender. If for whatever reason they go through the hiring process and they find a better, a coach better suited for the position, then obviously go that direction. But I also think have a conversation with your players. Because there's a lot of worries that I have based on how this season ends. And a lot of it has to do with Nikola Jokic. How happy is Nikola Jokic in Denver? I don't know that. I hope he's really happy. But I can imagine Nikola Jokic, as competitive as he is and has as badly as he wants to win, there's a lot of stuff he probably doesn't like about how Denver has handled certain things. So I think more than anything, Whether this season ends in our favor with a championship or it ends before then, I think Adelman should be heavily considered for the position. But I think more importantly, you talk to the guys. I think this Nuggets team really appreciates that family mindset and culture. And if Jokic says, hey, I want Adelman as my coach, I think Adelman's the coach. I think it's that simple. I think right now you give Nikola Jokic what he wants so that you don't lose him. Because if you lose him, I'm boycotting. I know that for a fact. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. Where is Zach LaVine? I think we're all kind of wondering that a tiny little bit. And they say the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Who knows? Zach LaVine, as great as he is, maybe he wouldn't have worked in this locker room. He wouldn't have played well with this team. Who knows, right? You can't, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas will drive you insane. They really will. And they drive me insane a lot. Do I think you'd be getting more out of Zach LaVine right now than MPJ? Yes, but I also know that MPJ is injured. But that proves my point on the coaching side, which is, he's injured, so don't play him the way that you're playing him right now because it's not working. It's not working. Plus, now there are rumors that MPJ is the snitch. Who said that? Who said that? Oh, I'm looking now. Oh, Jet, you better find that, because who said that? Who said it? There are rumors. Don't let it be. Don't let it be true. Don't let it be true, because you guys got to see the frustration in Aaron Gordon's face when talking about that crap. He's like, listen, every team disagrees. I don't like the way that article was spun. I don't like the way it was framed. I don't like that Russ is being a scapegoat right now. And what he really didn't like and appreciate is whoever leaked that outside of our locker room, shame on you. Let me find out. Let me find out that MPJ leaked out that locker room argument between AG and Russ. Oh, come on. I'm looking it up right now. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Somebody find that for me. I'm not kidding. Because that seriously will send me over the edge. Jokic played like a role player in the fourth with only 6 shot attempts. Jokic has been struggling this series. Let's call it what it is. Last game was the most we've seen out of him points wise. We know, here's the deal though with Nikola Jokic. What you love about him is that even when he's being double, triple teamed and he can't find his shot and he can't get into a groove offensively, he's still making an impact. That's a fact. Okay, he always is. What are people saying? Marlon says, start Peyton Watson or MPJ. Probably P-Watt. I don't think you start MPJ, period. Find somebody else. Like, that's how I feel right now, truly. One, he's injured. Quit torturing his body, because if the Nuggets advance past this round, you're going to need him. So limit his minutes. Put him on a minutes restriction just for the sake of his injury. But then even more than that, limit him because he's not showing up for you. It's that simple. I'm not finding this MPJ. You're not either? Okay, so yeah, I don't know if this is real news or fake news. Someone said it was definitely MPJ leak. That's what someone commented on the original article. So maybe there's just rumors. People just feel like he was the snitch. Do people think MPJ is a rat? Is that what I'm getting at here? People he gives snitch energy? I don't know. I definitely didn't think it was. I didn't actually, when I heard about the situation, my brain didn't go to one particular player. Like, I didn't go, oh, it's got to be that guy. I really didn't. But it got leaked somehow, and Aaron Gordon was not happy about it. So I would imagine he gets to the bottom of that pretty quickly. What does Nat Turner have to say? Denver should have ended this thing in 5. I know it. I know it, Nat. I'm with you there. Absolutely. This thing should have been over and done with. Over and done with. I've actually made a TikTok video talking about how much I hate the NBA scheduling and how, players are dropping like flies. And a lot of the responses were like, these guys are millionaires. Like, they can handle it. They just need to condition better. Okay, that's fine and all, but 36 hours between game 3 and 4, I think it was, is crazy town. Or, yeah, between game 3 and 4, they had 36 hours. All the back-to-backs in the regular season, it I don't know. I just think it's unnecessary. And then you want the players to care about an in-season tournament. The fans don't even care about it. The fans don't care. The players certainly don't care. Then you throw the All-Star weekend in there. Players don't care. This schedule is a lot. Maybe the first round is best of 5, and then the finals, the first couple of rounds is best of 5, the finals is best of 7. I don't know. I just feel like the scheduling doesn't always make a ton of sense. They said MPJ was the rat on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. Oh. Let's just speak in hypotheticals. If Michael Porter Jr. is in fact the rat that leaked the argument between Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook in the locker room, if this is true, which so help me God, I pray that it is not. If it is true, I find it a little interesting and funny because I fear Michael Porter Jr. has better things to worry about. One being getting his shoulder and his leg right? I mean, he's been injured. So get yourself right. 2 being, let's show up in big moments, in crunch time. Let's do a little something there. I'm going to be pretty peeved and ticked if it gets confirmed that MPJ was the rat that leaked that. Because what do you gain from that? Is that a move of deflection? Hey, I'm not doing my part, but guess what? He's immature. Russ is immature, and he's causing problems on this team. Really? Whoever the rat is, you have better things to worry about. Let's take care of business. Oh, if MPJ's the rat, I'm getting a rat trap. Not kidding. There is no room on this team for rats. Set up the traps. That's not okay. There are way too many things to worry about here, and being a snitch is not one of them. Also, grow up. Seriously. Grow up. That's crazy and suspicious, and I don't like it. Liv, is Kevin Durant coming to Denver? God, I hope so. In Serbian media, there is info about that. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. I want to hear it. What are they saying? I want to hear it. Maybe Jokic has put in a word to the Serbian media and says, here's what I know. No, I'm running with that, but spill the beans. What do you know? Lock him up. Lock him up. Calvin Booth deserves jail, this comment says. Listen, I'm not a prosecutor, but I feel like all signs point to guilty as charged on that one. Calvin, you know what you've done. Do you think he's watching these games just going, mwahaha? He. I feel like there might be some revenge giggles going on. How dare he? Yeah, Calvin Booth, man, I think it's a really unfortunate thing because I think some of the decisions he made that were just like, haha, this will be great. I'm investing in younger guys, really set the Nuggets back, not just right now, but for years to come. That's the unfortunate reality of it all. Sports Talk with Austin says, whoever is the rat might be gone next year. AG will not stand for it. Joker as well. Here's the deal. Whoever the rat is, I have a feeling Aaron Gordon's going to get to the bottom of it because he did not want to talk about the game at all. The reporters were getting ready to ask him questions, and he said, I don't want to talk about that. Here's what I want to talk about. That was a conversation that was meant for our locker room. I don't know why that left the locker room. I don't know. I think once Aaron Gordon finds out who the rat is, there will be hell to pay because it's childish, it's immature, but more than that, what do you gain? And whoever the rat is, you are no better than these flipping Twitter trolls. How embarrassing for you. You are no better than these flipping Twitter trolls who want to use Russell Westbrook as a scapegoat any chance they get. I call this Westbrook hate club on Twitter a bunch of weirdos, but whoever the rat on the Denver Nuggets is, you're also a flipping weirdo. Hear me loud and clear. I'm not going to speculate on who it is, but whoever it is, listen to me closely. You're weird and you need to grow up. You're a rat. And I'm setting up rat traps and we're going to get you. There is no room in this locker room in the Mile High City for this snitching weird behavior. Grow up. We got better things to worry about. Okay? Don't let me find out who it was. Because when I do, that will be the title of the show. And it will be a roasting session that they did not sign up for a straight hour. I'm not kidding. No breaks. I probably won't even come up for air. Please don't let me find out who it was. I want to love all these players. I don't want to have it ruined for me. And if I find out who the rat was who leaked that to ESPN, I will have my way with them. That is crazy work. We've got better things to flip and worry about, honest to God. And no different than the weirdo haters out there that have faceless profiles and don't even use their government name, that just use Russell Westbrook as a scapegoat. Whoever the snitch, whoever the rat is on the Denver Nuggets, you're no better. And how embarrassing for you. How embarrassing for you to not keep business in-house. To be airing out dirty laundry to the tri-state area. Grow up. Honestly. That's crazy work. Seriously. Okay. Liv, what's more likely? MPJ over 10 points or Broncos over 10 wins? Broncos over 10 wins. And I'm telling you right now, Broncos win the AFC West. Mark it down. Bookmark this. I don't care. That's how I feel. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here, and then we'll wrap things up. Even with 2 bad games from Russ, I love his energy, and he is a warrior, period. That's it. There's nobody like Russ in this league. Energizer Bunny. He brings it every single night. And you know what Aaron Gordon said in there? Not only is he a phenomenal basketball player, but he's a great human too. And whoever the rat is, you're not really acting like a great human being. You're being weird and you're being a child. You're acting like a little girl. Grow up. All this little gossipy weird stuff. Knock it off. That doesn't do your team any favors when they're already struggling. Seriously. My gosh. Okay. A couple more comments and then we'll wrap things up. You guys know we will be live tonight following Game 6. We'll do a post-game live show. And if it goes 7, we will also be live following Game 7 as well. So you prepare to be sick of me if the Nuggets keep winning because we're not stopping anytime soon. Okay. What else do we have here? I think that kind of wraps it up for us. You guys, like I said, please. Mahomes must have retired. No, Mario, I'm just over it. I'm over it. And I really, really... Only Morale, what's your problem? Why do I need a co-host for tonight's postgame, huh? What's the deal? I'm not enough? How dare you? I actually won't have a co-host tonight. It will just be me. So if that pisses you off, then I guess I won't see you tonight. But we will be live following postgame following the game. Just know the game actually got bumped up. So it's now 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time as opposed to 7:30 because the Nuggets versus the Thunder is the only game happening tonight. So 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, which I would imagine means we get a post-game show starting at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. That's just a guesstimate. I don't know for sure. So just be on the lookout. Make sure you're following us on all things social. Subscribe to our YouTube and turn on notifications if you want. But we will be live after Game 6 tonight. I'll be here in studio actually breaking it all down, either mourning the season or getting hyped for the fact that we are going 7 again. Back-to-back series that have gone 7 for the Denver Nuggets potentially. They definitely looked tired last game. So you're hoping that they've found a little bit of energy from Tuesday to today and they get the job done. That's what we're hoping for. So Either way, we'll catch you live tonight following the game 6, that is, and this is presented by Trusted American Mortgage. Trusted American salary-based mortgage consultants want to help you get into a better interest rate, so head to trustedamerican.com. They can also lower your monthly payments. They are literally designed to help you out and help you save some money, so check out them. Shout out to our friends over at Trusted American. I'm Liv Moods, signing off for now. Go Denver Nuggets. Game 6 tonight. We'll catch you post-game for another post-game live reaction show. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you later.